I'm Charlie, and this is Stevie. We are chilling with popcorn. Welcome to another Bad Movie Monday.
So today we're looking at 2014's RoboCop, and it's directed by Joseph Padilla, starring Joel Kinnaman, Gary Oldman, Michael Keaton, Jackie Earle Haley, Samuel L. Jackson, Jay Baruchel, Abbie Cornish. Pretty great cast. Budget was 100 million, generated this dollars, generated 58 million in the US and Canada, with worldwide total gross of 242 million. This definitely was not a flop by any standards. But what did you think?
I think it was very predictable. Just the fact that it's predictably he goes after those who wrong him. He tries to solve his own murder. It's all very predictable.
Yeah, we saw this at the cinema. It was an enjoyable movie, but it's an enjoyable movie as in the type of action movies that they're making now. But, and this is the big but, there's a lot of things that's wrong with it. I mean, you look at the cast, for instance, this comes across as a paycheck movie. And now, I love Michael Keaton. Now, if you look at Michael Keaton and you can his big bad compared to, say, the original RoboCop, it's kind of like there was more. This one as well. I'm sorry, but you've got RoboCop. In the original, is RoboCop. He stumbles across the guys that murdered Alex Murphy, RoboCop, and it then becomes like that. Right? In this one, he knows who he is, and it becomes a revenge thing.
He goes out of his way to find his killers, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He doesn't stumble across them. He knows who killed him. He goes out of his way to get them.
Yeah,
which is what I think is predictable about
it was a revenge movie rather than Murphy, RoboCop finding out who killed Alex Murphy, and the fact that it's a family. And the thing that jarred me initially, I really didn't like how much of Murphy was left when he became RoboCop in the original, and in this one you see it's just a head, lungs, and hand. Yeah, I thought that was very.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, and the fact that they took the injured Alex Murphy rather than the dead Alex Murphy from the original.
Yeah.
And RoboCop, if you look now, if you want a sequel to RoboCop, I personally think Starship Troopers, a Paul Verhoeven movie, who directed the original RoboCop. Starship Troopers has more of the RoboCop feel. And I've said before, when we've been discussing RoboCop, and I'll say to you, the audience, how in 87, when RoboCop was released, you had adults going to the cinema to watch it. 88 comes on video, and the idea of Robot Cop, even though it's ultra violent, and we don't get the satire and the comedic elements when you're a kid, but it was a movie. RoboCop can never be replicated because it was a movie that was made for adults that found its market on kids. Which, when RoboCop 2 came out, they tried to mix the child element with. Then RoboCop 3 became more of a children's movie, and you can't do that. I mean, RoboCop in the UK was an 18. In the original 87, in the UK, this one was a 12A.
Yeah.
So they went with the whole gore and violence, and they toned it down for a more family-friendly audience. Yeah. And it's the whole satire and the whole, social commentary in RoboCop is all gone. They couldn't do it. Paul Verhoeven made a masterpiece, and you can't replicate it.
You can't.
This RoboCop just became a bog standard action movie, and as an action movie, not as a RoboCop movie, it's great. But it's just, I'm sorry, but if you look at the cast of, I'm gonna go to the notes I actually made. You got Michael Keaton, who was in Batman. You've got Gary Oldman, who played Jim Gordon in the Dark Knight movies. Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson. Jackie Earle Haley, who was Rorschach in Watchmen. Joe Kinnaman, who's great. He's a standout thing in RoboCop. Played Rick Flag in Suicide Squad. and I mean we've
Yeah.
got some real talent in
They
this,
have some real talent.
and I just like I said, I thought that Michael Keaton's villain really. It was a phoned-in performance. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
love Michael Keaton. I really do. I mean, Birdman,
Oh, amazing.
Spotlight.
Yeah, he's done some
He's
really good films.
yeah, and this is just yeah. Of course, we've got Beetlejuice coming out, and of course he is
Beetlejuice.
and he is my Batman. And seeing him in the
Yeah.
Flash, that is a film which we may do on Bad Movie Monday. But in advance, spoiler: we love the
We
Flash,
do love it.
but we would
Yeah.
might take a look at it because I know there's a
Yeah.
lot of people out there who don't like it. But going back to RoboCop, 2014, it's not a bad movie. It's just
No, I didn't. I really struggled with this one to make notes and to see any kind of bad points in it. I mean, I did see some. I felt it was a bit wrong forcing antidepressants on him just to promote having a good dream, a nice dream.
yeah.
You know, and just Americans.
The illusion of free will, and the bit where they take a bit. It's a quote from it.
Yeah,
and how you can literally manipulate
yeah,
people
yeah, but
by making them.
It's creating a zombie-like killer.
Yeah,
isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Not a zombie killer, but a zombie-like killer.
How the AI is in control, not Murphy, but he's given the illusion he's in control. Which, if you look at a lot of the movies and a lot of things that are on social trends, is basically this. So that's an interesting element about it. But it was just ham-handled in a part of my life in a poor movie.
Yeah.
It was, you try and put some great social context into it, but you lose it all in the fact that you just put it in and it's dumbed down in a dumbed down movie.
Yeah.
You can't actually say things like that when you're getting people to try and hit into a cinema to see a more family friendly version, which was all done they did it in the media break stuff. It's all done better. The whole social commentary and the satire was done better in the media minute bits. I found that the media minute in 87's RoboCop, when I say media minute, I am talking about the 87's, was better than the Novak.
Yeah.
The Novak report or the Novak whatever it was.
Yeah.
Novak,
wasn't it? Samuel Jackson, Novak,
Yeah, that was really... It wasn't done as well. It was supposed to be the media break, and the media break in the original RoboCop worked perfectly, and I recently watched RoboCop again to see if it was as good as I thought it was.
I didn't watch it.
It is. It really, genuinely is. 87's RoboCop is an absolutely fantastic movie that cannot and will not be replicated. And like I said at the start of this, if you really want a RoboCop movie with a feels, Starship Troopers, you have a Verhoeven movie, which is more in tone-wise, it's more RoboCop. And Verhoeven could do it, may rest in peace, twice. Nobody else will ever be able to do it because they're missing the elements that was in the original. And that's what made this a bog standard movie.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's a bog standard movie as a RoboCop. It's like taking, like they say in Free Guy about how nobody wants something new. They just want Kentucky Fried Chicken Mark II.
Yeah.
As a vegetarian, I don't want any Kentucky Fried Chicken. But that's what you want. You want an established thing that you can work on rather than going out and creating something new.
Yeah.
And it'll make people think, because the stuff that make people think goes straight onto streaming.
Yeah.
Unless you're lucky enough to get into the cinema to see it. There's one cinema that's showing it. Which we've done a few of. So sports cinemas again.
Yeah, sports cinema.
And we did sports cinema. We actually watched just one in the cinema.
Yes. We did, didn't we? Yeah.
Before it was actually doing reviews.
Yeah.
But I even actually still preferred the Ed 209, and there was more of a, even though it was a smaller film in terms of production, the 87 one, it did seem to feel bigger because there was the Phil Tippett effects of Ed 209, the stop motion, a lot better than. I'm sorry, I know there's no difference between CG and everything, and I'm never going to diss bad CG. but the CG was actually all right in it. And the RoboCop suit in the new one, the 2014s, was all right. But it's just a mediocre, great action movie, mediocre movie, and a poor RoboCop movie.
Yes. Yeah.
And I have seen literally, other than the original RoboCop, I did go to cinema and see RoboCop 2 and even RoboCop 3 in this one. So yeah. And so
I think we covered everything, haven't we?
Yeah. I have more notes for a film like this, but
I've got notes too.
So
looking over them, yeah.
So yeah, it is a bad movie, but not a terrible movie.
No,
it's watchable if you take it as a standard action movie of modern times. I've seen a lot worse.
Oh yes, so have I.
So I think I've said enough on this one. You can finish this one.
I really? Yeah. So it was just like you said, a mediocre movie. I tend to watch movies just for watching them. You tend to analyse them, so that's why you say more than I do. But yeah, we are Cinema Popcorn. This was Bad Movie Monday. Like and subscribe.